Main Street. What a great interview with Michael Johnson, man. I love that. I love that he's part of something special at Trevecca that's really kicking butt over there and growing so well and so cool. And I got so many friends that are graduates of that school. It's insane. And then, of course, what his son is doing. That's really cool. All right, intern, we have a special guest. We're bringing in your best friend this morning, Michael Camp from down in Chattanooga. Where is Michael Camp? There he is. Hey, Michael Camp, how are you, buddy? Come on, intern. You got to make it work.
I'm about to go unmute my best friend. 1 second.
All right. Anyway, this is the intern's best friend. They went to college together in Chattanooga. The intern, though, is a
good morning
and hitting instructor, batting instructor down in Chattanooga. Are you there, Michael?
I'm here.
So when you two guys get together, it's nothing short of chaos, isn't it?
Oh,
chaos.
Yeah, you know us. We're crazy. We're the 1-2 punch, and then you could be the third if you're lucky.
Intern, you need to be quiet for a second. Hey, Michael.
Hey, how we doing?
You doing all right?
Yeah, I can't complain.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. How's life treating you, man?
Like I said, I can't complain. Life is good. Life is good. Baseball, more baseball.
So so the intern has become he's got a little popularity going on our show here, which is I'm not happy about because I'm the star. When's the first time you met the intern?
I met Cooley when we were back in college, and he was dressed head to toe in vineyard vines, and I was like, I don't know about this guy. Just absolutely decked out from head to toe.
I told him about, can everybody hear me? Hello, hi. I'm the intern. Cool. So I told everybody about the time where you'd make me come clean your apartment when I was pledging, and instead of hitting up the group me, you would text me and be like, get somebody to do it. But nobody ever wanted to do it, surprisingly.
Cool.
So
I go-to guy to get stuff done.
Michael, do you feel bad about that, making your pledge at the fraternity now who's one of your best friends come clean your apartment?
No, not a single bit.
You know, we never talked about it either, so it's just...
No, because I had to do much worse when I was president, so not a single bit.
Of course, that doesn't everybody.
That's the weirdest thing in the world. All right, intern, Michael, let me ask you this. You know I'm going to ask you this. Your uncle almost made the Baseball Hall of Fame this week. Todd Helton is your uncle, and you talked to him. Does he care about that? Because when I see baseball players, it's like, yeah, it's an honor if I get there. If not, I had a good career. Where does he stand?
So I'm a little mixed on that because we went when they retired his number at UT Knoxville, and they made a day of it. They have Todd Helton Day, they have Todd Helton Lane, and he got the award and was like, whatever. He was like, where are we going to eat? But I think, any MLB guy, the Hall of Fame is like the top tier, so maybe he'll care a little bit. But honestly, like I've seen him win awards and just right after, he's like, all right, so what are we doing now? It's amazing.
But it's not, from what I've gathered, of course, he's your uncle, you know him, and I know people that know him in a different way. He's not being a smart aleck. That's just the way he is.
That's the way he is. He's more impressed with, going out and hunting and doing this and doing that. But if you name a day after him, it's not that impressive for him.
I'll talk to the intern. You're a much in-demand batting instructor down in Chattanooga. Do kids know who your uncle is, or do you not even bring that up at all?
Well, that's kind of funny. I don't really bring it up that much, but it is in my bio because Todd was the worst hitting coach I've ever had.
He brings it up because all he says, hey, by the way, I'm Todd Helton's nephew. Is it? I can't remember
his name out of it.
I'm just kidding.
Michael? How was he the worst hitting coach ever?
It came so natural to him. He doesn't know how to teach it. Like there was one time when I was 12 years old, no lie, he would put a baseball on the tee and he would go, "That's terrible," and then he would put another baseball on the tee and go, "That's all right." And then he put another one on the tee and be like, "All right, that's terrible." And they'd be like, "All right, pick him up, we're done." And I have no idea if I got better or worse or, I have no idea. Another time I texted him when I was in high school and I was like, "Todd, what's the best way to get my velocity up when I'm throwing?" And he texted me back one word. He said, "Throw." So
I'm getting him better and better, man. This is great.
I mean, it's just another time I texted him, what was the best way to get colleges to look at you? and he said hit 800. His freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, and senior year, he played varsity and hit 800. And I texted back to that. I was like, well, what about a normal human being? What's the best way to get looked at for colleges? It's just so natural to him. One of the best players to ever do it. He cannot teach.
That's fantastic.
It's amazing.
You know what? That is a comedy show in itself.
Oh my god!
About a retired baseball player who just sees life the way he sees it, and that's it, with no kind of glitz or glam or anything. That's hilarious.
Yep. Just that was terrible. That was good. All right, pick him up. We're done.
So to be a good hitting instructor, you just did the 180 of what your uncle was doing.
Absolutely. I try to make sure I have 98 different ways to explain one thing. And that's the way to do it until the kid goes, oh, I understand now.
All right. You know what's funny, Michael, is that, I grew up in Nashville. You grew up in Nashville too. You went to Father Ryan. I was growing up, there was not these batting cages, these hitting instructors, none of that. And now, it is, you go on Facebook and see your friends with their kids. It is nonstop in Nashville. Is it the same way in Chattanooga?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We get after in Chattanooga. I go from pretty much 2 to 9 every single day, and I range from 6-year-olds to college players. So it's a wild day sometimes.
That's good. That's job security, man. I love that. For the intern, could you teach the intern how to hit? Because I'm thinking the intern's not very athletic.
So we tried a little bit. We tried a little bit, and the swing's coming along.
Let me tell you what really happened. So we after work one day, everybody in the staff, they were like, let's go do a home run derby, because they have like one of those hit tracks machines. It's like a simulator for golf, basically. And I was like, all right, cool. Mike, what do I do? Like, give me some quick skills, or tips. And he gave me the biggest bat, like a wiffle ball bat. And he sent me in the cage, and I was hitting dingers, man. And then everybody was like, wow, you're doing so well. And I was like, I actually think I'm pretty good at this. And then no one else used the bat. And I found out it was a bat for literally 2-year-olds.
It was a drop 10, which is for 10-year-olds in Little League Baseball.
They were like, you're doing so good.
But it wouldn't be a best friend unless he did that to you.
That's true.
Yeah,
I got him
look good.
I got him in golf up until recently, so.
All right, so Michael, let me ask this: as a hitting instructor, is it busier now? Because I got to think when like May and June kids are playing, but is it still the same kind of growth that's happening in the summer that happens in the wintertime?
Absolutely. I try to tell my parents, like, this is the time to do lessons, and there's some parents that'll show up a day before a tryout and be like, hey, can you fix my kid's swing?
How much money you got?
The day before, yeah, let's just put new thoughts in his mind. Let's ruin his approach, and then, go get him, buddy. You got it. It takes time, especially at that age. I think the hardest thing is for them to learn how to move their bodies. And we can't do that in 30 minutes right before your tryout. There's just no way. No way.
So what's your message to parents? Start earlier?
Start earlier, but we don't start during the season. You have to do it before the season, and in the off season is the way to go. If we're trying to make new moves, trying to trust it, trying to develop an approach at the plate, and then all of a sudden you're facing a kid that's throwing super fast and you forget everything. You're like, why isn't this working? Well, it's not working because we haven't broken it down, gone over it, tested it out, and then continue to work on it. And that's all done in the off season, not a day before the tryout.
Do you teach kids? I'm curious. Do you teach kids to charge the mound when they're hit?
I teach them to get hit by the ball and act like they did not get hit by anything and jog to first base. Because all that makes it look like is the pitcher is throwing super slow that day.
That's great, man. I'd pay extra, though, if you'd have taught my son how to charge the mound. That would be because, Michael, I'll be honest, who's teaching that to these kids?
Nobody. But if you get hit, the next thing you got to do is hit a line drive right back at them.
Right.
That's the next move. That is the next move you have to do.
Oh, man. All right, brother. I appreciate your time. I know your mother well. I worked with her Channel 2 many years. I think the world of her. She's so sweet, so awesome. It's really cool to have you on the show, man. And intern cannot leave. He's got 20 more minutes of work, so he can't go anywhere.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, Michael, take care, buddy. Intern, stick around.